Welcome back to Escapement and Watch. I'm your host, Falling Titan. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all my subscribers. 2020, would not recommend, is on the way out. Can't wait for 2021. And I hope everyone has a Happy New Year. Now, we have a festive watch today. I thought in the spirit of Christmas, we got a green one and it's awesome. And it has an aluminum insert. God forbid it has an aluminum insert. Not a cheesy, shiny ceramic in green, which never gets the color right. Aluminum inserts can give you that color that no other insert can. Sapphire, brushed ceramic, whatever. Now, let's check it out. Welcome back to Escapement and Watch. I'm your host, Falling Titan. Quick shout out to Kavar Jewelers. If you want to buy this piece, email me and I'll give you a discount code and it can be yours. Now let's check it out. This is a Seiko Sumo SPB103J1. This watch has a nickname, the Seiko Sumo Hulk, or the Hulk Sumo, and it is because of that green dial and green bezel insert. Obviously similar to the Rolex Hulk Submariner, but this one is a beautiful forest green with deep, rich tones, and the bezel insert matches that deep, rich forest green perfectly. Love that green. Used to be Seiko's mid-tier watches. 2007, I believe the Sumo was first released, so it is a modern diver, not like their vintage 62 mass Willard watches. Brand new design relative to the watch world, and it's pretty cool. Look at that case shape. It's a wild one. Reminds me of a sumo hand going like this. Perfect nickname by the fans. Well done. So that case shape is stunning. It's got an intricate array of brushing and polishing, and it has a beautiful deep cushion case. The Sumo wears pretty well even on smaller wrists, and it has that flowering rhesus cup bezel, which is really cool, and it is sunken into the shoulders of the side of the case. It's an amazing design, and it is huge. Like, let me just tell you, it's huge. This one is a big one, so don't expect smaller wrists. We're gonna see it on my wrist near the end of the video, and I think it's gonna wear well. I had a Sumo on before that I modded, the black one, but I forget. But we're gonna see when we put this one on. Now, the movement on this one is the 6R35, 21.6 VPH, 24 joules, hack hand wind, 70 hours of power reserve. Now the measurements. These are my measurements I got with my calipers. 44.8 in diameter, 12.5 thick, and the lug to lug, which was difficult to get because of that dramatic taper, but I went the very outer tip to the very outer tip, so I got 51.9. That's the wingspan. You see that tip right there, how it sticks out? It's a dramatic taper, and that's where I measured. Basically, I was hugging the bracelet with the calipers. All right, damn, look at that dial. So they have a new model, even newer than this new model, that has a waffle dial. Maybe I'll get that on the channel, we can check it out. So there's a green one too. There's a waffle, I believe. I don't know the code. SPB179 or 75. I'll put it here when I look it up, but that's just from memory. I don't know what it is, but I know there's some new waffle dials and they're creeping up in price to 900 USD. So since we're talking about price, 800 USD for this one. As you can tell, that is a big difference from the other new divers, the Willard 1300 for the 151, the black, and let's say a braceleted, because this is braceleted, so the 63 mass reissues, we're gonna say the 143, basically the same price, 1300. So about $500 to $550 savings if you go Sumo. So not bad. Some of you guys who want a more affordable Seiko, the Sumo, which used to be the higher end or mid-tier, depends how you want to see it, is now kind of, well, I guess it's still mid-tier because they have lower, but kind of lower tier when you think of the Willard and the 63 mass. Good lord, the case is so cool. All right, the bracelet, a little bit of a disappointment, but I love that it's female end links. And it just goes in. Imagine this had male end links. It would extend the lug to lug to about 53, which would be nuts. So pins and collars, and we have a diver's extension, and we have pressed clasp, unfortunately, but it's all solid end links and links. Gonna last a long time, and it's gonna be comfortable on wrist, no doubt about it. You got 4 micro adjusts. There you go. So not the greatest bracelet, but not the worst bracelet. And that bezel and bezel insert, let's turn it. I don't want to say the typical Seiko feel. It's a little bit different. A little bit different. More clicky. A little bit less dampened than I'm used to, like the newer ones, the Willards and the 63. But still really nice. And I love that it's aluminum because it has good color. When you have aluminum, it's hard to match that color. Look at that. Very nice. Design-wise, I wish the font was a bit smaller and thinner. Be a little bit more classy. Dress up the Sumo a bit. But there is a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, which is very nice and well done. And it's very flat on top, ultra thin at 12.5. So it's gonna wear nice and hug the wrist, especially with those deep curvature lugs that go straight down. Very nice. Now the dial and hands, sunburst green. Got that typical Sumo dial. And those Sumo hands that since the beginning. Do you guys see it? I kind of see a little bit different color in the hands versus the indices on the dial. And I think that's always been a thing with the Sumo. There've always been slight variance there. And I don't know why that is. Okay guys, I had to do a quick battery swap. Let's do a comparison with the new Willard, this is the blue one, versus the green Hulk Sumo. Very colorful duo on the screen right now. There you go. We got 42 mils versus 44.8 on the Sumo. Which one looks bigger to you? Yeah, the Sumo definitely looks bigger. There's a side profile. Yeah, definitely Sumo looking more beefy, more beasty, but more defined and more textured, more intricate. Definitely a more modern look on the Sumo. If you're into vintage, if you're into modern, I put my Willard down. Let's see quickly versus the new 63 mass. Big difference. Now this is a 40 mil versus a 44. Is there any reason to compare them? All right. That's enough of that. Okay. Let me get the distractions out of the way. All right. Let's do a wrist shot. Why not? Wristwatch check. I'm wearing my mod, the Rolex Explorer homage, with the SPB103 dial. 6R movement in here. All right, there it is. So there's that dramatic lug downturn. Very cool. Beautiful bevel on there and polishing. The case is so awesome. Yep, this is a nice wearing watch. Feels comfortable on wrist. And I think it's a bit big, but can pull it off a bit. Definitely the lug to lug is so long. I would recommend you gotta have over 6.5-inch wrist for a Sumo. 6.7 at least. But if you like that big watch look, it will work on 6.5. But don't recommend it for under 6.5. 100%. Unfortunately, it's too big. This is a big boy. Let's check out the weight. No links removed. Ooh, 189. Yep, that's pretty heavy. I can feel it. It's a big piece of steel. Okay, we're back. I gave it 50 more winds, and hopefully the beat error goes down. It was at 0.2. 0.1. Okay, so it's full for sure now. And yeah, doing much better. The first number, 9. Now we got 8. Amplitude, 272. So healthy amplitude, not the strongest. We've seen 300, 320 even on some of these. But doing a very respectable 8 seconds a day. And right when I said that, it upticked to 10 seconds a day, of course. All right. 269, amplitude is staying steady. Dropped 1 degree, and right when I said that, 10 more degrees or 11 drop. And the beat, oh, and the rate just, okay, beat error stays the same, but the rate just increased to 14 seconds a day. Ooh, so now this is rated at plus 25 minus 15, I believe. I will edit it if I am wrong, but I doubt it. So plus 11. We're getting a wild reading. We're gonna have to go a couple more rounds before I make my final decision. It's gonna be plus 11, plus 11, plus 12. Let's give it this last one. Looks like it's gonna end at plus 12, plus 13. All right. So the memory card got full on my camera. I had to go to the computer, empty it, and then bring it back. Well, I had to leave this file on, of course, but yeah, so let's move on to the loom shot. As you can see, we're on the loom shot, and it is beautiful. Of course, Seiko Luma Bright. We're gonna match it up with the Willard. Why not? Both looking amazing. I got a lot of lights on in the background, and they're still powering through. So very good, very well done, Seiko. Beautiful loom as usual. Here it is in some half lighting, and it is such a stunning green. A deep, rich forest green. Beautiful, even the bezel, very similar to the dial. They got it basically spot on. And wow, it is a stunning watch. Guys, if you can't get a Rolex Hulk, here's the answer. Well, you gotta have a bigger wrist, but pretty good alternative. I would take it. If you're into green watches, look at that. Oh man, the green is stunning. And hopefully I can get the green waffle and we can check that one out in the future. But this one's beautiful. If you just love that clean, simple forest green sunburst effect, then this is the model for you, the 103. I'm a fan of it, but it's too big for me. Let me know what you guys think of this watch and this Sumo. Is it a winner? You tell me. Now, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.